Okay, we're going to start by taking a look at the Wanted Dead or Alive solo by Bon Jovi. The solo is based around the D minor pentatonic scale, and the opening lick from the solo uses an octave pattern. We start off by playing the 5th fret of the A and the 7th fret of the G. We strike that and slide down by a whole tone. Restrike. Slide back up to the original position. When you're playing octave patterns, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the first finger of your fretting hand is laying across the D string. You don't want to get any open strings in there. So you can, with your right hand or your picking hand, whether you're left or right-handed, you can just strike across the strings, and you're not going to get a lot of noise. So the opening line. Then we play the 5th fret of the A string. Drop down to the 3rd fret and then back up again to the 5th. Kind of using a bit of palm muting as well to make certain notes, really jump out so you can accent them. Then we play the 3rd fret of the A, play an open A in between, and then play the 5th fret of the A. Then we drop down to the D string at the 5th fret. This lick's pretty tricky. You've got to bend the 5th fret by a whole tone by actually pulling the string down, so it's going to take a lot of finger strength. Let it back and then play to the 3rd fret of the D. So it's going. Now we're going to change positions and we're going to jump way up to the 12th fret on the G string. So we're going to play 12 and 14 on the G. 13 and 15 on the B, and 13 and 15 on the top E. That's played with the 16th note triplet rhythm. We conclude that lick by bending the 15th fret up by a whole tone, restrike it. We let it down, pull off to the 13th fret and then bend back up, so that lick. Okay, then we jump back down to the original position and we're going to play on the 3rd fret of the A string. Now here, what you've got to try and achieve is a pinched harmonic. And to play a pinched harmonic, the idea is that you actually kind of pop the pick past the string so that the side of your thumb touches the string to sound a harmonic. Kind of like when you play natural harmonics, except we're going to be doing it with your right hand. If you listen, you can hear when I pick in different positions, you can produce different sounding harmonics. So we're going to play 3rd fret and then jump to a power chord, which is a D5 power chord played on the 5th fret of the A, 7th fret of the D. Drop that down to a C5 and then back up. So you get. And the next section is based around just the 3rd and the 5th fret of the A and the D string. We play 3 to 5 on the A, 3 on the D, back to 5, then play an open A, then 3-5, 3-5 on the D, bend the D string at the 5th to the 7th by pulling it down, again, that tricky bend. Back and play the 3rd fret. When you're playing the 3rd fret, this F note, you can accentuate that by trying to get some of those pinched harmonics in as well. They can sound quite cool. Add a little bit of attitude to the solo. Then we play the 5th fret of the A, 3rd fret D, 5th fret A, 3rd fret A, and then back to the 5th fret A, 3rd fret D, and then do the string bend 5 to 7, and then play the 3rd fret of the D to conclude. So there's a lot of repeated notes, but once you get the pattern under your hand, it's quite simple. Do it slow. The next section we jump up to pattern 1 of the D minor pentatonic, played up at the 10th fret. And what we're playing here is like a country bend idea. You're going to bend the 12th fret of the G up a whole tone, and then with your little finger, you're going to grab either the 13th fret of the B or the 13th fret of the top E. So you get... Okay, so I'll do that again. Grab the B, bend, grab the E, bend up, grab the B, then pull off to the 10th fret, and then restrike it. And then we drop back down to the original position and we play the 5th to the 3rd fret of the A, 5th to the 3rd on the bottom E, drop down to the 1st fret, open E, and then play the D power chord. You want to play that with some palm muting as well. I'll put the two sections together. So go back up to the 10th fret. Then drop back down to the 5th. And conclude the solo with the D5 power chord.